On the border of Jharkhand and Bengal was a small village surrounded by forests, full of narrow paths, and in the middle flowed a mysterious river called Neelkund. They say no ordinary fish live in this river. For generations, the fishermen living near Neelkund survived only on its waters. But in the past few years, the fish became fewer, the taste was gone, and the river banks turned silent. Among these fishermen lived a poor widow with her young son. Her name was Bindia. A poor widow, broken by fate but strong as a rock. No boat, no expensive nets, no man to rely on, no savings. One night, Bindia's son holding an empty bowl.
Ma, is there anything to eat? I'm hungry. We didn't eat the whole day.
If there was anything left, would I let you sleep hungry, son? There is nothing at home to cook.
Ma, I can't sleep on an empty stomach.
Just wait a little. Tonight I'll catch something good from the river. Bindia, in her old torn clothes, walks towards the river with her fishing net.
Oh, Bindia, at the river at this hour?
Kaka, my son is crying from hunger. You know how few fish are left in the river. Every morning I get late and the other fishermen, they catch them all.
Ah, so that's why you are trying at night.
Yes, Kaka.
Go to the south corner. Yesterday, I saw some prawns there.
But no one goes there.
That corner of the river is a little strange.
Why is that, Kaka?
People say the fish there are different. They are a threat. But what's there for you to fear?
Yes, Kaka. If you have seen prawns there, I'll surely catch them. Bindia walks to the south corner of the river. First, she bows to river goddess, then throws her net. In just a few minutes, big heavy prawns get trapped. Oh God, such big prawns. They are shining clean. They are like real gold.
Told you so.
Truly, Kaka, thank you so much. Quickly, she gathers all the prawns and returns home. She cooks fish for her son and the next morning, she takes her cart to the market. A crowd gathers at her stall.
Bindia Didi, give me 1 kg. Your prawns look amazing. No one else's fish has this quality, Bindia.
Fisherman Mantu and his friend watch burning with jealousy.
Where did she get these fish from? Same river, same water, but her prawns look like this. We'll have to find out where she catches them. I don't see her at the river in the morning. Must be at night.
That night again, Vidya walks to the river carrying her bag. Mantu and two of his friends hide in the bushes and follow her.
Look, she is going to the south corner. But that's only mud. No fish there.
Bindia throws her net and again catches a huge lot of prawns. Mantu's jaw drops.
What magic is this? From tomorrow, we'll also fish here.
The next day, Mantu and his friends throw their nets in the same corner. But no prawns, rather only mud.
What's going on? Same net, same spot. Now only Bindia will tell us the truth. Yes, we'll make her talk.
Next day, Mantu goes to Bindia's stall.
From now on, you won't go to the river alone. We'll come with you.
Why so? What have I done?
Do what we say.
I'm poor, not a slave. I'll fish when I want.
Who do you think you are? See, we'll end this business of yours.
What's your problem? Why do you want to come with me?
I said we are coming along. We want to see where you get such big prawns from.
Next day, Mantu goes with Bindia to the river. First, he throws his net. Only mud comes up. But Bindia's net is full of prawns.
The river gives nothing to the greedy. These prawns are not for you. Means the south corner's fish only come to the person who has faith, real need and no trickery in their heart. Don't talk nonsense, old man. Fish can't recognize people. It's not the fish, it's the river that sees. And it knows who is hungry and who is greedy.
Mantu, angry, takes Bindia straight to the village head, the Sarpanch, and accuses her.
Sarpanji, this Bindia is putting some chemical in the lake. That's why such big prawns get caught in her net. Bindya, do you have anything to say?
Sarpanchi, if I'm lying, may my son never receive a grain of food. I've never mixed anything in the water.
All right. Tomorrow the panchayat will decide.
The next day, under the panchayat's orders, Bindya and Mantu threw nets into the river together. Nets given by the Sarpanch himself. The villagers gather to watch.
Now let us see in whose net the prawns are caught.
Time passes. Bindya's net is full of beautiful prawns, while Mantu's net is only full of mud. The crowd claps loudly.
The truth is right here. Bindya is innocent. And you, Mantu, you lied. Shame on you. Forgive me, Bindya. I made a mistake.
But in Mantu's mind, the question remains. How? Why does only Bindya catch fish here?
Bindya, did you ever feel like that this river is somehow connected to you?
Kaka, many times, as if before I even pull the net, someone has already filled it.
Come, I'll show you something. Something I haven't told anyone for years.
Kaka takes Bindya behind the old ghat to a cave. There stands a broken temple and in front a small idol of the river goddess Jal Mata.
See, this is Jal Mata. Many years ago, this area was known by her name. Prawns were plentiful here until some cunning, greedy people destroyed it. The south corner of the river turned to mud. By they say, if a person with a true heart casts their net here, only they will get the fish. This is the story of Jal Mata.
Then am I?
The prawns in your net are her blessings. You went hungry but never stole. You had honesty in you and the river recognized it.
Soon the news of Bindya's miraculous prawns spreads through the village. The village moneylender Shantinath, who wants to control every business, now takes interest in hers.
Bindya, partner with me. I'll set up a fish processing factory. You supply, I sell.
I'm sorry, I don't want any partnership. I just want to earn my living honestly.
You have forgotten your poverty? If you don't partner with me, from tomorrow set up your cart somewhere else. Don't show your face here.
This place isn't yours, so you have no right to remove me from here.
You'll soon learn how much right I have.
That night, Shantinath's men break Bindya's cart. The next morning, Chotu cries.
Ma, they broke everything. What will we do now?
The river that has given us so much sun will give again. Now this fight is not mine alone. It's of whole village. Next day, Bindya lays a cloth on the ground at the same place and sells fish. When the villagers learn the truth about Shantinath, they all scold him badly. Shantinath apologizes to Bindya and brings her a brand new cart. See, Chotu, I told you, this fight is not mine alone, belongs to the whole village.
Yes, Ma. Truly, everyone is with us now.
Under Bindya's leadership, the village women form the Prawn Cooperative Society. Now all the women catch prawns together, following the rules of the river, with honesty in their hearts.
Who would have thought these prawns would make a poor woman the pride of our whole village?
Kaka, if you hadn't shown me the right path that day, maybe I'd still be fighting hunger today.
Daughter, greater than the one who shows the path is the one who walks it with courage and truth. The fish of Neelkund don't come to every net. They come only to the one chosen by the river itself.
When a woman with her honesty and hard work can make even the river bow, no force in the world can stop her. The poor woman's prawns are now not just a taste, they are a symbol of struggle.